Introduction. What is forensic toxicology? Forensic toxicology is analysis of biological samples for the presence of toxins, including drugs. The toxicology report can provide key information as to the type of substance present in an individual and if the amount of those substance is consistent with a therapeutic dosage or is above a harmful level. These results can be used to make inference when determining the substance potential effect on an individual death, illness, or mental or physical impairment. What is chromatography? Chromatography is used in analytical chemistry. Organic chemistry and other fields have a very wide range of application, which mainly use the distribution between samples and stationary and mobile phase. Difference in force such as absorption or exchange. When the two phases move relatively, all kinds of substance to be measured are balanced for many times between the two phases to achieve the purpose of mutual separation. What is thin layer chromatography? Thin layer chromatography is a method of evenly spreading adsorbent on glass or plastic plate to form a thin layer and spreading on the thin layer, which can be subdivided into absorption methods, distribution method, and ion exchange method.
I want to talk about the objective of thin layer. Okay, we have three objectives. Four. Okay, four objectives. Okay, the first one. The first objective is to qualitatively or quantitatively detect the properties and contents of various components in the mixture. Okay, the second, to separate and quantify dozens of hundreds of compounds with similar properties at the same time. Okay, the third is can effectively screen out the target substance and eliminate other kinds of interference. And the last objective is can realize qualitatively or quantitative analysis and can be used to effectively separate fatty acid. And now I want to talk about the theory of chromatology in forensic toxicology. Okay, about the theory. Okay, human beings begin to use chromatography in 1903. Michael Sweets, a Russian botanist, used column adsorption chromatography technology to qualitatively and quantitatively separate plants' pigments and successfully expounded the principle of this method. On this basis, American scholar is that Palmer SEL apply it and involve large number of chromatographic experimental results in their special report. Okay, the third, in the 913, column chromatography separation technology began to be gradually applied to effectively separate and purify different kinds of organic compounds. Okay, the fourth is since the 1918, modern chromatographic analysis has entered a new stage of development, which is can analyze various components in complex systems. Elements and compounds with similar chemical properties are analyzed, and scientists have proposed many retention models.
Methodology. First one is toxicological. The analysis involves examining biological sample for the presence of toxic substance. This analysis can be identify the types and amount of poison in a person's body, as well as determine the type of ingestions and potential health effect. Toxicological analysis is a crucial step in investigating and prosecuting cases involving poisoning. Preservation. Poison samples must be properly preserved to maintain their integrity for analysis. This often involves storing samples in appropriate container or tube that prevent degradation and maintain the chemical compositions of the poison. Next is documentation. Detailed documentation is crucial in forensic poison collection. Document include the recording the sample, time and place of collection. Lastly is analysis. In the laboratory, forensic chemists analyze poison samples using various techniques to identify and quantify substance present. These include identify the type of chemical compound in that poison.
Moving on to the example of results. Wang Hongfei used TLC scanning to analyze the common drugs at the scene of drug driving and selected compound licorice tablets as morphine. The results showed that the components of compound licorice tablets were effectively separated without interference between groups, and the color development effects was also good. And from Chen Huiguo said he detected MDPV, which is the main component of bath salt, which involves methcathinone by thin layer chromatography. Using aluminium silica matrix, thin layer chromatographic plates, ethyl acetate, methanol 25%, and also ammonia as a developing agent under the irradiation of 254 nanometer ultraviolet light. The spots appear bright yellow and become blue by ninhydrin chromatogenic agent. Now we're moving to table 1, the example table for application of thin layer chromatography in forensic toxicological analysis. We have a few objects to be tested. We have the test method, materials, and the results, which all of them use TLC, but some of them use TLC and another method to get the result. So for heroin, morphine, or methamphetamine, we will use TLC and solid or powder of the drug as the test material, and the results will be the detection of 12 substances in the drug. For specifically opioid drugs such as morphine, we will use TLC still, but we will change the test material to urine because this method can be used to detect heroin abuse, which is addiction, because the simultaneous presence of, for example, pethidine, methadone, or morphine does not interfere with the determination of the morphine itself. For cocaine or cocaine-like drugs, we will use TLC and EASIMS, which use a drug mixture which will successfully distinguish cocaine and other substance. For cocaine and dope drugs, we will use TLC and PSMS, still using drug mixture as our material, because the various components will be successfully separated, which confirms the applicability of PSMS, which means the cocaine or dope and the drug mixture that you use will separate beautifully and you will get the result that you want. And for cannabis drugs, we will use TLC and urine as the test material because it will select the best condition for THC-COOH to be detected.
The conclusion is chromatography technology is an important research field of modern instrumental analysis. Since its first use, the development of chromatography analysis technology has become increasingly mature, but the research and exploration at the technical and application level have never stopped. At present, the layer chromatography is widely used in chromatography analysis. Researchers choose a appropriate method for analysis according to the purpose of the experiment or the nature of the sample. Thin layer chromatography is an important experiment technique in the field of forensic technology. Through the thin layer chromatography method, the properties and content of various components in the mixture can be detected qualitatively or quantitatively. It also spreads and quantifies dozens or hundreds of compounds with similar properties at the same time, can effectively screen out the target substance and eliminate other kind of interference, and can release qualitative and quantitative analysis, and can be used to effectively spread fatty acids. With the continuous in-depth research and wide applications of chromatography analysis technology, more and more difficulties of detection and analysis technology have been broken through. It is believed that in the future development, it will be an important development trend to establish independent standards or technical specification for the use of chromatographic analysis technology, and constantly improve the forensic toxicology detection and analysis methods and process.